Hey there, everybody in the Laughter, Light, and Love community. How are you? I'm hopping on here again. I just did a Facebook Live, but I think the reception in my office is pretty weak, and so it kept cutting out, and you didn't get the full video. So here, I'm going to try this again. So what I wanted to do today is talk about kindness. That is spurred by a conversation I had with a girlfriend of mine today. We were doing Marco. Do you guys ever do Marco? It's a video app where you can leave videos for one another. It can be dangerous because you end up talking a lot and just sharing a lot of different stories, but it's so fun and such a great way to connect. So check that out. But what my girlfriend and I were talking about today is the comparison game. We were both sharing stories about things going on in our life where there's like other people doing it like this, or they're doing it bigger and quote unquote better, or just, with being a mom and even watching other moms do things, or there's just a lot of examples that we were sharing. And so I just wanted to talk to all of you, men and women. Ladies, I know I do, a lot of my talks are for women. One of my talks is called Wake Up. And one of the things that I talk about is kindness. And one of the ways we can be unkind to ourselves is to get caught up in the comparison game. I mean, there's so many, you've got young girls that dance. I know when my girls were in dance, I was constantly comparing myself as a mom to the other moms, and like, am I supposed to be doing this, or what do I need to do? Any arena that you're in and you think about how, just for a second, just take a moment to be kind to yourself and think about how you might be comparing yourself to somebody else. I have a joke recently that I did at one of my comedy shows about packing lunches. And one of my friends, who I was really kind of talking about, she was in the audience, and I was talking about bento boxes. But I love her because I think she does a bento box every day. Do you guys know what a bento box is? They're little boxes with little squares, and they're so cute and they're just adorable. I oftentimes am throwing deli meat at my kid, as they're running down to catch the bus. I've had mornings where all I have is enchilada sauce and some lima beans, and I hope for the best. But what happens is that when we start comparing ourselves to others and we're not staying in our own lane with our gifts and our talents and the things that we're called to do, if it doesn't spur peace, then it's probably not for us. And bento boxes haven't so far spurred peace. But maybe they will. But unless I feel peace about it, I just do it the way, look, here, I'm going to do this. I have these, this is what I did. I know there's a lot of mornings where I just don't have it together. I can't find my shoes, little and many, but I can't do it. So I made these are, they're like, I have 2 peanut butter and jellies in case of an emergency, because we are on kid number 5 and 6, and I learned to have a backup plan because some mornings just go haywire. But that's about as far as I go on my organization, is my white bread, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. But you know what? We just have to stay in our lane and just be peaceful with what we were called to do. There are things that I'm called to do in this world that maybe somebody else will never feel peaceful doing, but I underestimate the power of my gifts and talents, and other women underestimate the power of their gifts and talents. And sometimes we live in a state of lack, looking at what we are lacking, quote unquote, but we're not lacking. We're just going with what we feel comfortable in. So just keep the blinders on, do what you are fearfully and wonderfully made to do. And when we know when we're not doing that, because we start to feel it in our emotions and in our mind and in our body. The word disease is made up of 2 words, dis-ease. And when we feel dis-ease, it is caused by so many things. And I'm thankful for that concept because it gives me so many jumping off points to talk about and to help in coaching. But dis-ease can manifest in our bodies and show up in so many ways. All of a sudden we're not feeling good. All of a sudden we're cranky and irritable. And that's because there's an underlying root. So today's message is about kindness. Be kind to yourself. When we're faced with all the things in the world we can do and be kind, but start with yourself, because we are all authentically beautiful and wonderful, and we deserve to be treated like that. And we have to start by treating ourselves like that. One of the examples I gave on the prior video was young men who want to ask a girl to prom. You just can't go and ask a girl to prom anymore, it seems. That's one of the things my girlfriend and I were talking about. It's like you have to jump out of a plane with a parachute and a sign that says, will you go to prom with me? What happened to just saying, will you go to prom with me? And keeping it just good enough. If it isn't the poor kid's skill to think of something magnificent and creative, then they just feel possibly like a loser and like they're letting the girl down. Okay, that's just another example. Anyway, that's all I have for today. I just want to leave you guys feeling inspired and encouraged, because we all need that. And I just wanted to bring that little message to y'all today. If you have something or a story you can share or a video you want to put in the comments, do that, because it's about sisters inspiring sisters, but really it's not about just the ladies. Guys, if you have anything to say, please pipe in. It's about encouraging one another. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. I'm going to go pre-pack lunches. I'm not going to go pre-pack lunches. I'm not going to do it. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.